College days. The days when weekends meant cheap music, expensive drinks, and absolutely zero common sense. It was a Saturday night. Final exams were finally over, so there was a full-blown house party at my apartment. The speakers were blasting, the lights were dim, and in every room someone was confessing the biggest secret of their life. I was standing in the kitchen with a drink in my hand when I thought I heard a door slam shut in the back room. Must be the wind, I thought. Mistake number one. A few minutes later, I heard a rattling noise coming from the balcony. This time it was impossible to ignore. My friend Rohan, who was already dangerously drunk, said, "Bro, are you hearing that too? Or is my drink talking to me?" We slowly walked toward the balcony, and what we saw there was perfectly confusing. There was a man standing there, mid-30s, wearing a black hoodie and holding my laptop. "Bro," I said, completely confused. "Who are you?" He froze, like a computer that suddenly crashes, and he tried to run. Bad luck. Rohan's reaction wasn't fear or anger. He just yelled, "Hey, this is the wrong apartment!" 8 or 9 people came rushing out from the party, all drunk, all curious, some holding bottles, some holding a broom. The thief realized the game was over. He sat down on the floor and said, "Bro, I messed up." And that's where the story completely stopped making sense. Someone suggested calling the police. Someone else said, "Nah, man, they'll take forever." That's when Aman, the guy who's always overly helpful, said, "Guys, we can't just keep him here." Dead silence. Then Rohan said a sentence that deserves to be written in history. "Let's book him an Uber." What? Everyone said it at the same time. Rohan said, completely serious, "Bro, he's a thief, not a guest. We need to send him home." The thief was confused. We were confused. But drunk people don't need logic. Eamon pulled out his phone, opened the Uber app. Pickup location, our apartment. Drop location, some random area. Because nobody knew his address. The driver accepted the ride. The thief panicked. "Bro, just call the police. What is happening?" We made him sit on the couch. Someone gave him water. Someone even asked, "Bro, want a drink?" He immediately said no. 10 minutes later, the Uber arrived. The driver honked downstairs. We walked the thief down. The security guards were already enjoying the show. The driver rolled down his window and said, "Pick up for Aman?" Aman raised his hand. "Yeah, that's me." The driver looked at the thief, then at us, then back at the thief. "Sir, what's going on here?" Rohan answered without thinking. "He's a guest. He got late." The driver got even more suspicious. "Sir, why is he tied up?" A few seconds of silence. Then Aman said, "For safety reasons." The driver pulled out his phone, and at that exact moment, a police van pulled in. Perfect Bollywood timing. The police got out. It took them about 2 minutes to understand the situation. We all looked at each other, silently asking, "Who's going to explain this?" The inspector asked, "Who is this man?" The thief spoke up himself. "Sir, I'm a thief." The inspector paused. "What?" "I came here to steal, but they booked an Uber for me." The inspector looked at us, then at the driver, then at the thief, and then he started laughing. The driver started laughing too. The guards couldn't stop laughing. The police took the thief away. The driver canceled the ride and said, "Sir, rides like this should have an extra charge." We went back upstairs. The party started again. Music got loud. Drinks were refilled. And Rohan said at the end, "Bro, next time we're booking Ola."